Rome has been on my mind for a long time. The kind of place you think you already know because you've seen it in 100 photos and movies. But the moment we arrived, I realized how much more there is to it. Over the next 2 days, we'll explore its iconic landmarks. The Colosseum, the Trevi Fountain, the Roman Forum and other sites. But also the hidden corners most visitors never see. My heart, I feel like I have a pulse of 300 right now. I swear, this is so fun. This is amazing. Because Rome isn't just about its grand monuments. It's all about the little streets, lined with beautiful historical buildings, the sound of people around you and the smell of fresh pastries drifting out of the tiny cafes. And that's exactly why we hopped on a Vespa as well, to get further, see more and wander into places we'd never even know existed otherwise. So, welcome to Rome! I'm so excited to be here. It is so beautiful already, and over the next couple of days I'm going to be exploring the top sites of the city. I am so excited! Let's go, it's breakfast time. On our way to the breakfast spot, we started to get a first glimpse of what Rome had in store for us. Narrow cobblestone streets, cozy little corners and charmingly decorated houses that made even the simplest walk feel special. And just like that, we arrived at the coffee house we'd picked for breakfast, a small place filled with fresh pastries and that unmistakable smell of warm dough and espresso. The kind of scent that instantly makes you feel like you made the right choice. A good day in Italy starts with a cappuccino and something sweet, and I'm about to get that. It looks so authentic and cute here already. I'm not sure how we order here. Do we just wait? Maybe we need to go a bit more in. There's a whole bar standing concept, so instead of sitting down you can just stand at the bar, and I've read that if we do that, that's kind of the Italian way. You get a quick espresso. You don't say espresso actually, you just say cafe. And something sweet, and then we head on with the day. Hello! Can I get a cappuccino and a cornetto? The Italian breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know, I'm so excited. I feel like such a morning energy already here. Everyone is so busy, just getting their shot. I have my cappuccino and my cornetto. Look at it. I read actually online if it has like a glaze, this is the good one. This is the one you want to get. And the cappuccino looks so creamy, so good. In fact, we are just in time because it's 10:36 right now. And I read that if you get cappuccino after 11 a.m., that's like a sin. You shouldn't do that. So we are just in time for that. And now the best part, the cornetto. Oh! I wanted to say it looked a bit like a croissant, but I know it's not a croissant. It's very different, and the dough already looks different. It's really nice. It has a bit of a lemony taste. My first real Italian breakfast. So for the coffee and the cornetto, it was €5. And this coffee house specifically also has a little bit of a seating section here for the bar ordering people. But if you want full table service, you would sit a little bit more up in that section, and then you pay an extra service charge for that. That is not a trick, but that's quite common here across Italy. If you do sit down, your bill will be more expensive for the same thing. Hey, breakfast is done. That was so fast. I was in and out within 15 minutes. And now I'm already walking towards the one and only, the Colosseum. And I took this coffee house on purpose within 5 minutes walk from the entry because I wanted to be ready. I didn't know how long breakfast will take, but breakfast is quick, so you can take it anywhere. And in fact, these breakfast places are literally all around the city. You don't have to pick a particular one, because they all tell the same. It's not a bad walk up to a world wonder. Not at all. With every step, it starts to reveal itself a little more, until suddenly there it is in full view, glowing in the sun and showing off all its beauty. So all we have to do now is to find the right entry point. Ta-da! I made it into the Colosseum. There were so many people around, but the entry is kind of on the lower ground level, and there are different queues depending on which ticket you have. But beware, there's a lot of scam around. If you don't have a ticket, it's best to go to the official ticket counters and not buy from anyone on the street who offers a ticket, because there's a lot of scam around in this area. But when it comes to ticket buying, the best thing to do is booking that online for a specific time slot, and then you can also choose which type of experience you want. There are kind of a little bit different tiers of tickets to buy from. The best part is that if you don't have a guided tour, you can in fact get an online guide and an official one. There is an app you can download. It's called My Colosseum, and it's the official app from the Colosseum. The best thing to do is to download that already in your hotel, so you download it on Wi-Fi and not on data, and also download the actual guides for each section. And I also brought headphones with me so I can listen through all that now.
Made of stone, built in ancient Rome. Previously, gladiatorial shows were held in amphitheater made of wood.
We were definitely fit back in the day here with these stairs. But we are getting up now to the second floor here. Wow. Wow. Ah, that's the outside. Wait, in the other direction. There it was, the first real glimpse of the Colosseum from the inside. Even though you've seen it on photos 100 times, nothing quite prepares you for the feeling of actually standing here. The scale is enormous. You look around you and realize just how advanced Roman engineering truly was. Massive stone walls, tiered seating carved into perfection, and a labyrinth of underground tunnels that once held wild animals, prisoners and gladiators waiting for their turn on the stage. The Colosseum, as such, was a place of entertainment where gladiators, which used to be slave prisoners or even volunteers, would fight against wild animals. These animals were shipped here from all around the world and were truly wild and dangerous. They were kept downstairs in this kind of prison basement, really tight structure, both of the gladiators and the animals, and then they were taken out for a fight where these 80,000 people sitting around here would watch who is going to win the fight. And if a gladiator won, this would mean a lot of fame for them. They were almost heroes or celebrities. Their sweat was even bottled up and sold because it was said to have special properties because they could fight this animal. The Colosseum was completed in 80 AD and could hold around 50,000 to 80,000 spectators. It was a place of drama, violence and celebration, a centerpiece of Roman public life. What's remarkable is how much of it remains. Earthquake, fires, looting and time itself have all taken their toll, yet large proportions still stand strong. Parts have been reconstructed, especially the arena floor and walkways, but much of what you're seeing is original Roman stonework. And the view from here is everything like I've read and more. It is spectacular to stand on top of here. You really do feel the size of it all. It's absolutely crazy. And to stand in something so historical and a world wonder at the same time. Oh, I'm speechless. There are also so many people around, and the nice part is that before you come out here outside, you actually pass quite a large museum section where you not only see pieces of the marble that was found or the statues or pictures of how the Colosseum used to look like during different time periods. It's there, and even bones of animals are there. It's a really interesting part to walk through before you get outside, because once you've seen that, now you have an even wider imagination out here. All good things come to an end, so it's time to leave the Colosseum and move on to the other attractions we are going to be seeing today, because there's still lots to do. Traveling is amazing until your battery dies, and I've been through it all. Flights, buses, trains, it happens all the time. One way to deal with it is to hope to find a coffee house with a charging cable, and another one is to be prepared. That's why I started traveling with the EcoFlow Rapid Pro. This thing is a beast in your pocket, roughly 27,000 milliamperes of power and 300 watts of output, which basically means you can charge your laptop, phone, camera and even your drone all at the same time. And within a whole day out, you will definitely need to charge up all your devices. Conveniently located, there is a charging cable already in here, so you don't even have to worry about forgetting it. It's already there. It's insanely fast. I can literally plug in my MacBook while grabbing a coffee, and by the time I finish my coffee, I already have a charged up computer. Plus, this is my favorite part, it has a modern and informative screen design and shows you all the relevant charging information right there. Also, you can customize the screen with little animations, so it's like a power bank with a personality. Even with all that power, it's compact and slides right back into your bag. Back home, you can connect your battery bank to any charger to charge it back up, or if you want extra fast charging, you can connect it to the EcoFlow Rapid Pro charger, and it also has 3 ports, so you can charge up other devices at the same time as well. So if you're traveling, working remotely, or just tired of low battery panic, trust me, the EcoFlow is the travel buddy you didn't know you needed. But now, let's get back to the video. What we're walking through now is the Roman Forum, the center of daily life in ancient Rome. Just a short walk from the Colosseum, this was once the political, religious and commercial heart of the Roman Empire. Temples, basilicas and government buildings filled the space, and though many have crumbled over time, the ruins still hold a powerful presence. You can wander the paths that surround the Forum and look down over the site from above, but one of the best parts is that your Colosseum ticket also includes access to go inside. So it's my next sightseeing spot, and look at that, it literally feels like I've been transported yet again to another universe. It is like a lush green garden almost, with the ruins all around us, and the perfect way to explore it is to just walk around, so that's exactly what we're gonna do now. Walking through it at ground level lets you experience it in a completely different way. You're not just observing history, you're literally standing right in the middle of it. I'm reaching the viewing platform of the Palatine Hill, and this is incredible. Oh my lord, the view! No freaking way. I see the Colosseum on the right. I see this side of Rome on the left. The Roman Forum just below us, around us. Oh wow. The area here is very big to explore, and if you're interested in the topic, you could actually spend a whole day or even longer exploring it all in detail and learning about the different buildings and the history thereof. But a quick walk around already gives you quite a good idea about it as well. I am loving this area so much. I feel like I could come back here every single day and not get bored at all while being here in Rome. But that's the thing here in Rome. Wherever you go, you feel like you want to come back, and you say you might come back, but there's so much and your steps are really kind of limited because it is tiring. You will walk at least 20,000 steps per day. The good thing about the 20,000 steps though is that you will naturally take it slow in Rome. And that's kind of how you must travel here. It is really a city that is all about the atmosphere and the little things. Stopping for a gelato, sitting in the park next to the many fountains around, just sitting around on any kind of bench or having some food and really observing everything around you. This is the perfect city for that. Speaking about food, it's time for some lunch. Everyone is eating around. It smells so nice. You get just hungry by looking because you see pastas flying left and right next to you. And it's everywhere, like in the old city like that you just have restaurants on the street like that. I'm loving it, absolutely loving that. But if you're not feeling a sit-down meal, you can also get a pizza slice, and it's weighted or it's priced by weight. So you choose the one you like, or you make a mix of many. And then you have it. There's usually a small table, so you have it quickly and you move on. But instead of a pizza slice, I found an Italian panini version, and that's what I'm having for lunch. Number 2, please, with the pork. And what's the price? $6.50. Okay, thank you very much. So cute here. There's one inside table, but you can also sit outside, and then you look on this beautiful building. Another beautiful building in Rome. I'm not sure what it is because there's so much in Rome, but it's already full inside. And I think inside here is also such a vibe. We also got carrot juice. Very much. Thank you.
So welcome.
Thank you. Health, in a box, in a cup. I love carrot juice. I love fresh carrot juice. And it's good for your eyes. Oh, that looks amazing. Wow, it's packed with flavor. I'm not sure. Pesto, some tomatoes, and the meat, of course, and the bun is so crunchy. I'm super full and ready to see more of Rome. Next up, we are going to a very famous fountain, the Trevi Fountain. The amount of people is significantly increasing the closer you get to the Trevi Fountain. It should be right there next to the red house. And I can already see the masses of tourists standing in front of it. Ah, wow! There it is. Wow, it's gigantic, it's so big. I knew it is big, but I didn't think it's gonna be so big, and it's so beautiful. It's so packed I don't even see the water. Wait, let me try to get through. I can see the water, and it is truly, truly the bluest of blues. But the fountain is spectacular. Oh my God, how it's just so beautiful. It is truly a beautiful fountain. Oh my God. There are so many people around. I couldn't even say how many. I can't even get to this first row, not even speaking to the actual fountain. There's a queue for that. The Trevi Fountain is one of those landmarks that completely lives up to the hype. Tucked into a small piazza, it feels like it appears out of nowhere, and then suddenly you're standing in front of this massive flowing masterpiece. The scale is impressive. Water rushes down over the sculpted rock into a wide, crystal clear pool framed by ornate marble and the grand facade of the palace behind it. The contrast between the sound of the water and the stillness of the statues makes the whole scene kind of like it's frozen in time. And even with the crowds around, there is something peaceful about being there. The fountain just draws you in. And even with the crowds around, there is something peaceful about being there. The fountain just draws you in. You find yourself just watching the water, taking in the beauty, and of course, trying to take a picture. Ta-da! Made it to first row now. It's so beautiful! Oh my goodness.
Second first row.
Second first row. There's another first row. But that I'm not gonna queue up for. This one is good for me. Okay, want to make space for everyone to take that picture. So moving on quickly to the next spot. But it was quite funny because there was a lady, she got full on upset already for someone taking too long there. I like take care of your belongings because pickpockets are a real thing here in Rome. Back on the streets, we were surrounded by the usual Roman mix. Cobblestones, narrow alleys, and Vespas zipping past in every direction. What's nice about walking through Rome is that you don't really need to plan every stop. Interesting spots just appear as you go. Whether it's an old church, a small square, or a viewpoint you didn't really expect, it's just all part of the city. For another big site in Rome, and it's the Pantheon. You can buy tickets online with a time slot, or if those are sold out, or if you want to stay a little bit more flexible like me, I actually buy tickets on site. There's a ticket machine here, and you can buy card payment or cash payment. That's two different queues though. The card payment is on the right, and it's usually the shorter queue as well. Before we entered the Pantheon and joined the long queue, we are actually heading for a little gelato snack. And if you walk diagonal from the Pantheon, you will also find this coffee house, which is supposed to have amazing coffee. Oh, it already looks so Italian. So local. That's the counter where you can have your coffee, zip, and head back out. But I want the dessert thingy. Let's see. Where do we order?
You go on the third floor.
Ah, okay, thank you. Thank you. This granita di caffè, frozen coffee with cream.
Yeah.
I do not love cream. Should I still get it? I think I'll get something else, but I have a try.
Yeah.
Is this small and big, or what does it mean?
No. This is the price if you want to inside, or the other price if you want to sit outside.
I will take this one.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Americano, please.
Okay.
So cool. And it's just such a vibe here. It's like so much energy. It feels a little bit loud, but I think that's how it should be. It should be like fast going, next, and then your coffee. And I want my coffee and my dessert. I haven't actually had this thing. How is it called? Sfogliatella. Sfogliatella. I hope I said that correctly. I hope I queue here correctly. Hello. Can I give it to you? Yeah, thank you.
The other side.
There? Okay, thank you. Thank you. A little bit confusing, but we'll figure it out. The dessert looks so good. I didn't know it's cake inside.
You can try for me.
Shoot. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The two desserts are here. Not both for me, but I will try both.
Okay.
Look at it. Wow. I'm not sure if it's cake or frozen something. Frozen coffee with cream. I will go full on in. I think it's also cream on the bottom. Oh my god. Oh, it's so good. It's perfect. Oh, it's very, very strong coffee, frozen, and with the cream together, it gives it like this touch of lightness and sweetness and like a cloud almost, a coffee cloud. But we haven't tried our Gelato. I forgot the name again. Perfect, absolutely good coffee here. But I'm a person of baked sweets, so
This looks good.
this looks really good. Look at the dough levels. It's like so many levels. I'm drooling already, just, oh. It's so crunchy. The cream inside has so much flavor and so like delicate but crunchy, delicious at the same time. Absolutely amazing, but I think I prefer the other one. Not gonna kid you. This is nice, but I think we can get this everywhere, and this is more special, the other one. So I think the other one is the one to order. I had my coffee and my sweet. Both was very, very good. So now finally time to queue up for the Pantheon. Wow. That is so beautiful. Oh my god, that is so high. And the hall in the middle is gigantic actually. It's a free, like it's a hole in the middle, and if it rains inside. But I thought it's like a tiny thing, and it is really, really big. The Pantheon is currently a church, one that we can walk through as tourists as well with an audio guide, but back in the day it used to be a Roman temple. And the special thing about it is really its dome, which is the largest unsupported concrete dome with a free oculus in the middle, so it's literally a hole, and when it rains inside. I've seen some videos, it looks spectacular. And the way it works, as I've read, is basically that the weight is distributed in a way where it's heavier towards the bottom and then lighter towards the top, so it might all look the same, but the engineering behind it is so smart, like everything else in Rome, and it is currently one of the best preserved ancient buildings, which is absolutely incredible. It feels like you're stepping into history wherever you step in Rome. Okay, time to head on. Bye bye Pantheon. And as I'm walking from the Pantheon, I just saw a vending machine for coffee beans, and it's the same coffee beans that you can buy in the store, in the coffee house where we had coffee. So I know this must be really good beans, but I've never ever seen a vending machine with coffee beans. Wow, that's impressive. Wow, that alone in itself would be reason enough in any country to travel there and see it for yourself. Whereas here it just happens to be there and you just happen to walk by and you can enter it. How impressive. Next, we came to the Altare della Patria, also known as the Victory Emmanuel II Monument. It's massive, made of white marble and built to honor Italy's first king. With all its tall columns, statues and two huge Italian flags, it's impossible to miss. At the center is a tomb of the unknown soldier, guarded day and night, and even among all the historic sites in Rome, this newer one really stands out. So we walked up the stairs here, and then you cross to the other side. There's a little path. Everyone goes that way, so you will find it as well. And then on this side, you have the beautiful view as if you came on a high skyscraper somewhere. And this is free up until this level. In fact, in the distance there, you can see the Colosseum as well. And that's more or less the same view as you get from the Palatine Hill, just for free. So if you went there and you like it, you can come back here. You have the nice, beautiful Rome view. And look at that, you can get a drink here or a coffee, and it's a rooftop bar in the middle of the day with the perfect Colosseum view. That is amazing. And to make the commute to our next stop a little faster, we jumped on a bus. Next up is a hidden gem, which was just a bus ride away, and it is the Basilica di San Clemente. And it is the real definition of a lasagna, because the history of Rome is very much layered. Every time people dig, they find something else, and the city was built on top of other things. And this church right here is the perfect example for that. So inside we will find a church, but there are 3 levels of churches from different time periods, which is the super cool thing about it, and it's really a hidden gem. This level is free to enter, and it is a church from the 12th century. It's a medieval church and it looks stunning for that time period. You have beautiful mosaic art, artwork and tiles on the floor. You really already feel like you've been transformed to a different century. But I'm so curious to see the other churches that are below that, and for those you pay an entry price of 10 euros for an adult. And there are specific time slots as well. So now we are waiting another 10 minutes till we can enter there. And I have never seen churches from that old of time periods. So let's say bye to the 12th century church for now. And we are going to be heading now to 4th century church. Gosh, I'm so excited. It feels like I'm entering a time capsule. Is that already a first? Oh, wow. That's so cool. Wow, look at this entryway here. Wow. Yeah, this is absolutely crazy. This looks so historical. I feel like I'm an archaeologist digging my way through to the lower level. Oh my god, this is so cool. Wow. There's a whole universe literally below where we were just sitting. That is so impressive. I think the thing that surprises me the most is the size of the church. It's gigantic. I was somehow not expecting the church to be that big. Heading down even 1 floor further to the 1st century church. I am in heaven right now. This is amazing. I feel like a little archaeologist in Rome. Wow. I mean, this was a temple. My heart, I feel like I have a pulse of 300 right now. I swear, this is so fun. This is amazing. I might be a bit of a nerd when it comes to places like this, but there is something really special about walking through a site that's been standing for so long. Just knowing how many different people across centuries have walked the same paths makes the whole experience feel meaningful in a way that's hard to explain. Okay, it still continues on this way. We already saw a spring as well with water. Oh my god, there's a vase on the floor as well. Look at that. Like a broken one. Everywhere is something, everywhere. Just exited the church, and first time in my life I was kicked out of a church because it's closing and I have to leave, and I didn't want to leave. This is such a hidden gem. There were not as many people, and it was honestly the highlight of my Rome trip so far. So unique. And look, that right there is the Colosseum in the distance. It's literally a walk away, and it's right here. Can you imagine how much more there's below us right now that is still not found? And luckily, because the church was just next to the Colosseum, it's natural to walk back to it and walk around it again. The Colosseum is kind of perfectly located just in the middle of everything. So you will always see it, whether it's on your bus ride back home or walking around here. And Now I'm walking towards a really good gelato place that I found around here. I have to say it's not easy to find real gelato that is not the two-colored one, the one that in the metal jars, but there's one place that honestly was absolutely delicious, and it was the real gelato. And ta-da! It is right here in front of us. They store the gelato in these big metal containers, which allows them to control the temperature a little bit better, which is important for Italian gelato. The time has come for the best gelato near the Colosseum. I got stracciatella and pistachio, of course. Yes, thank you.
Can I have a pistachio and hazelnut?
Oh, yum. Heaven. Heaven on earth. And since they don't have any seats there, you can either just have it in front of the shop, or, as I'm doing, I'm walking up now to the Roman Forum. There are some benches there, and then hopefully I can sit with a beautiful view at gelato. Can't get any better than that. And that's exactly what I had in mind. After a full and really fun day out in Rome, it was time to head back to our Airbnb to head to bed, because tomorrow we have a very special activity planned. It is the second day in Rome, and if Rome is known for something, it is probably the Colosseum, but also its Vespas. And today we are jumping on one of them with...
To the Roma!
Yay!
Andiamo!
Meet our guides, Giovanni and Mike. Yesterday we explored much of the city by foot and public transport, which was perfect for hitting all the major sites. But if there is one truly iconic way to experience Italy, it's on the road, more specifically on a Vespa. Riding with locals and professional guides gave us access to parts of Rome we never would have found on our own. Some areas aren't even reachable unless you have your own wheels. That's why we went with Scooter Roma, a company that really knows the city inside and out. They offer a variety of tours, and their local knowledge made all the difference. Oh my god, it's so fun!
Help you to take your helmet off. Here we go.
And I love that the Vespa is red. It's like the Italian image of a red Vespa. We started the tour by exploring some of Rome's street art, something that often gets overlooked in a city so full of ancient monuments. But it's a whole different layer of Rome's identity, and you could immediately see how passionate Mike is about it. He didn't just show us the art, he told us the stories behind it, the neighborhoods, and why it matters.
But not so many people know the modern history about Rome. And thanks to the street art, you have a beautiful window on this, present. Past.
That's a really good point.
Absolutely.
Modern history in Rome.
Absolutely.
We drove through smaller and narrower streets and imagined how Rome used to be like.
If you fly with your imagination, as an old movie in black and white from the 20s, you can see the clothes drying in between the buildings.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, the babies running through the streets playing soccer, who knows, probably without shoes, also with the grandmothers yelling from the windows. Was a powerful Roman working class district.
And after that, it was time for some traditional Roman sightseeing.
Are you sure you want to film this?
Yes.
Are you sure?
All very... Always before the helmet.
I know it's necessary, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It has to be this way. Ole.
Thank you. Even my helmet has the right colors. He also told me that the Vespa and the helmet has no logo, like other tours have, because we are like locals, we are blending.
Exactly.
Nobody knows we are even tourists.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Jumping on like a pro.
Like this.
Riding with Giovanni ended up being one of my favorite parts of the whole experience. Cruising through the streets was fun on its own, but what made it even more special were the stops along the way, where he'd pause and explain what we were looking at in more detail. Can we park everywhere?
Pretty much.
Oh, voilà.
Not that we are
Thank
allowed,
you.
but let's say it's tolerated. Let's put it this way.
We don't need much space.
It's called Piazza della Repubblica. Because not only Italy, it's a young country, but originally it was a monarchy. Before it was called Piazza Esedra. Esedra comes from hexagon, six angle, because right under your feet here, there was a huge, gigantic Roman bath with the shape of a hexagon. Le Terme di Diocleziano, Diocleziano bath.
It's those kinds of details that I really appreciate, because in a city like Rome, no matter where you're standing, there's history beneath your feet. As a visitor, it's hard to truly grasp the scale of it all. That's why I really enjoyed learning all these smaller facts and bits of information. Things that aren't easy to access or notice on your own, but they are completely changing the way you see the city. And then the moment finally came, the one I had in mind ever since I first pictured Rome on a Vespa.
1, 2, 3. Ta-da!
Oh my goodness! The ride toward the Colosseum, cruising down the street with a massive ancient structure coming into your view, was exactly as iconic as I hoped it would be. This is like the dream of like any Italy tour, to drive on a Vespa towards the Colosseum. I'm actually speechless. This is like so iconic to drive up to the Colosseum like that.
Have you ever been so close to one of those? Look.
It feels a bit scary. Yeah. We kept driving further out and higher up, broadening our view of the city and going well beyond what we'd been able to see on our own so far. Now we came up to a super high point, and all without walking up a hill, which is very nice.
Because I want to show you this big open space in front of you. This is the famous Circus Maximus. Huh? This is where they were doing the famous horse chariot race. Now the movies, Hollywood made us believe that the games at the Colosseum with the gladiators and the lions was the favorite show or sport, but that is not true. They were crazy about horse chariot race here at the Circus Maximus.
I didn't know that.
Yes, this was a very expensive business with the best horses from all over the empire. We think that after the fall of the empire, all this stuff built by the Romans was just abandoned. It was basically falling apart, and it became basically a deposit of material to build something else. Brick, stone, marble, whatever they need, they will take it to build something else. Most of the marble that was here was built to build St. Peter's Basilica. Yes, so from one side, you say that's a pity. I would have liked to see the stadium as it was. From the other side, this is the only reason why still today we have such a beautiful city.
Yeah.
Because they had this huge amount of material available for free.
Yeah.
And so, through the century, when they were building all the beautiful churches and squares and buildings that you see today, they were able to do it only because they had this.
Did you know that? Because I definitely didn't. But there's also another side that was quite a surprise for me to see. Look how beautiful these gardens look like. And they are something that was a big part of the Roman Empire, but that we haven't seen in Rome so far. Here used to be Roman baths. I had no idea this is here, honestly. I haven't seen it on any itinerary.
This one is an incredible hidden gem.
I'm actually so surprised to have learned that there are like ruins of what used to be the Roman baths, because I've heard so much about Roman baths, and obviously we have them also in the UK. And then when I was Googling about bath, I couldn't find any. It was like, that can't be true, because they were bathing, the Romans back in the day, so where are the baths? And then it's here. It's a site that I had no idea. I'm so happy we found yet again another hidden gem. And also, can we just speak about this area, because it feels so beautiful and naturey with all the trees around, and the pathway how we were driving up on the Vespa. It yet again looked so scenic, like we almost left the city, but we are literally 5 minutes away from the Colosseum. Along the way we stopped at a few more of those types of places. Spots you definitely wouldn't come across on a typical Rome tour, but that are super interesting to see and learn about. Wow! There's a pyramid in front of us. That's crazy.
Right. Did you know about it?
No?
Absolutely not.
Yes. In Rome, we also have a pyramid.
By the time lunchtime rolled around, we headed to a local market, a spot where Romans actually go for a casual meal. It's the kind of place filled with fresh produce, small food stands, and a steady stream of locals grabbing something quick but good. What made it special was a mix of freshly cooked food served fast, but still with that Italian touch, where even the fast food is handmade, simple and full of flavor. It was a nice little introduction to everyday Italian cuisine. Our guides had recommended a special dish, which in hindsight I kind of wish I tried, but we ended up going with a carbonara pizza instead, and honestly it was exactly what we needed to refuel for the rest of the tour.
Tastes like carbonara!
Speaking about the rest of the tour, we continued heading further up through the narrow lanes, passing beautiful houses, churches and even fountains until we reached the top of the city from where we had the most beautiful lookout point.
Wow.
Thank you!
You're welcome.
What a viewpoint! Wow! The view from here is spectacular, oh my god! This is incredible, and everything, you can recognize everything. Once you've done a walk around, then you know what is what.
Well, that was the beginning of our trip. Do you remember St. Mary of the Snow? When I told you, remember the tower. So basically, coming from the back, because Vigneto is behind, we've been coming all the way here and then exploring all this area.
So we went really, really far.
Yes, no, when I put it on the map, you see it.
It didn't really feel like that. At the top, Giovanni pointed out a few more spots in the distance, places we hadn't visited yet, which helped round off the tour nicely though. Then he pulled out a map and started marking all the places we'd already been, along with a few of his personal recommendations. Seeing it all laid out like that made it clear how much of the city we'd covered and how close everything in Rome really is. And with that, our Vespa tour with Scooter Roma came to an end. It was such a fun experience. Yes, we learned a lot, but it never felt like an educational tour. Everything we picked up came naturally, just by exploring, listening and seeing the city through the eyes of someone who really knows it. I will leave the details of Scooter Roma down below if you want to check them out for your own trip to Italy. After we said our goodbyes, we ended the evening by exploring the Jewish Quarter, one of the oldest and most historically significant areas in Rome. It's a small neighborhood, but it holds centuries of deep history, from ancient Roman times to the era of the Roman ghetto. And today, it's known for its peaceful charm and unique food culture. You will find traditional Roman Jewish dishes here that you won't see elsewhere, like fried artichokes and slow-cooked meats, passed down for generations. A fun detail, we even passed a restaurant where apparently Mark Zuckerberg dined during his honeymoon in Rome. There was an invoice in the window. But if you're after a real foodie paradise in the city, Trastevere is the place to go. It's lively, packed with restaurants, bars, music and a mix of locals and tourists out for the night. The energy is totally different every single day of the week, much more vibrant and social. It's one of those areas where you can just walk around, follow the sound of the music or the smell of the food and stumble upon your perfect dinner spot in the most Italian setting. Definitely the place to spend your evening in Rome. And because the food in Trastevere is something else, I actually went on a full-on food tour through the Jewish Quarter and Trastevere, which will be coming up in my next Italy video. There will definitely be some hidden gem restaurants that you want to eat at while you're in Rome. But for now, that's been our 2 days exploring Rome. I had so much fun just walking through the city, visiting all the sites and going on the Vespa tour. But there's so much more to explore in Rome, so let me know in the comments below what are your recommendations of places to visit, especially maybe from a more local perspective or some more of those hidden gems. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button to support me and so that others can find it as well. And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on my other Italy videos or other videos from around the world. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!